What's exciting about stalling with stabs is that you're not limited by centrifugal force, where you might be with poi, where it's difficult to maybe make the poi stop in the middle, top right corner of your arc, something like that, right? Some of us, like Nick, can do it, but not all of us. So with a staff, you really aren't limited by anything like that. You can really stall the staff and pause it in the air at any point. This one's stolen from Ema, so don't get too excited. But the idea of a stall is just that you're reversing direction. It's the easiest way you can find to reverse the directions of the stabs. So let's say I'm spinning half beats. We did these before. And the easiest way to get started is to stall both hands at the same time. You're spinning both of them one direction, and you just stop them and reverse. Stop and reverse. The longer you give yourself to plan and prepare for your stall, the more clean it's going to look. So if you're almost at the bottom of your arc and you say, oh wait, maybe I want to stall, and you turn around, it's not going to look as clean as if you're preparing. You know that on your way over you're going to stop and you're going to reverse. And you can stop with just your hands, or you can really sort of follow the movement with your body, and when you stop, you can reverse the movement of your body as well. It looks a little bit more interesting that way. Okay? So this is stalling in half circles, same direction. Both hands are stalling at the same time. Okay? Same thing in split time. Stall, stall. And what you find is you can kind of find little ways to grip your staff right in the moment when you want to stall it, and that'll give you a little bit of almost like a body lock. It'll give you a little bit of a pop. So maybe you're holding your staff loosely. If you were paying attention to the first series of the videos, you're not gripping your staff too hard. So you've got a nice soft grip on your staff, and the moment when you want to stall, you give it a little squeeze, and in that moment you can reverse the directions with a little pop. Okay? Okay. Split time. Make sense? And then in full figure eights, regular figure eights, the normal spin that we started with. Stall and reverse directions. Both stabs are traveling in the same way. You stall them both at the exact same time. Just like with poi, if you extend your arms, that'll help you remove some of the momentum that you're creating. You can stall it in forwards to reverse, or you can stall it in reverse. Can you? You can stall it in reverse to forwards, yes. Okay, so this is stalling in full figure eights and half beats. This is when double staff starts to get exciting, though, is because the whole time we've been kind of working with trying to do the exact same thing with the two halves of the body. Sometimes they're working at the same time, but sometimes they're working in split time, but they're always doing the same things. When it gets interesting is when you start to split the two halves of the brain, split the two halves of the body, and try to do something different with one hand. Really great way to learn it is just with your stalls. So let's just do half beats, going the same direction. And one hand will stall while the other one continues. It looks easy, but it's surprisingly difficult, so give yourself some time to practice it. Both stabs are traveling together. When you get up to one side, when both stabs are horizontal and parallel to the earth, you reverse the direction of one of them, but the other one continues going. Okay? Again, if this is sticky, try it with just one hand, getting used to popping it, and then try it with two. For me, I find if I'm thinking about the hand that's stalling, I'm going to stall both hands. It's really hard to get one hand to stick and the other one to continue on. So my attention, my focus actually goes to the stick that I want to continue with its previous motion. I don't focus on the one that's stalling, because for some reason, if I just want to stall one and I think about my right hand, I'm gonna get stuck. Okay? So what I always do is just think about the one that has to continue. I'm thinking about my left hand the whole time right now. I'm just trying to keep it in a fluid motion. Okay? There's loads of combinations that come in with this, and they're really fun to play. You can count beats. Maybe I'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Up top, 1, 2, 3. Lots of options. Play around. Have some fun with it. The half beat, I think, is the easiest place to do this sort of tick-tocking work when you're keeping one going and the other one is reversing directions. You can also do the same movements up top, stalling one, keeping the other one going, stalling one, keeping the other one going, and so on. And trying to, again, once you're getting comfortable with splitting the two halves of the body, don't feel like you're limited to doing the same thing with both arms, even for your spinning. So maybe one hand is doing a half beat, the other hand is doing a full beat. Okay? Maybe the other hand is doing a full beat while one stalls. This is getting pretty tricky on the two halves of the brain, but play around with it once you're getting any of the earlier stuff. Yeah? I think that's good for stalls. You know, I just don't feel like that was like a good, solid, conclusive ending. You know what I could do?